Everyone, and welcome to the Committee of 100's 16th annual gala dinner this year in New York. Cynthia and I are so honored to be this year's Emcees. It's been an amazing couple of days so far with the conference, and every year the program and the dinner just gets better and better.
That's right. Being Chinese American in the 21st century has changed dramatically from the past. Thanks to the brave pioneers who paved the way, the outstanding contributions and work of Chinese Americans has gained more recognition and visibility.
And we're proud to say that many of those people are here this evening. Even though the Committee of 100 is an organization of colleagues, many of the individuals here had never met before tonight's event, but know of each other's contributions to the community and to the world.
Well, that's right, David. As a matter of fact, we had never met before this event, but I had written a review on your first play, The Dance on the Railroad, back in 1983 for my college paper.
Did you like it?
Thank God it was a good review.
Good, because this could have gotten a little awkward there. Cynthia, have you ever considered reviewing for the New York Times?
Well, you know, David, with the increased visibility of Chinese Americans comes a little confusion on the public's part. I mean, for example, they keep on mixing us up with other people. For example, you wrote the amazing Tony Award-winning play, M. Butterfly, but most people mistakenly think that you acted in it.
Yeah, people do think that, and the fact is I would never have done that nude scene. And on top of that, many people think I wrote the musical Miss Saigon, but actually I protested it.
Well, I guess some of the public still thinks that we all look alike. But that could be a good thing.
How so?
Well, I was mistaken for Lucy Liu. And that in itself is a very good thing. It is especially good when one is trying to extricate themselves out of a traffic ticket. Thank you, Lucy. I owe you one. Well, it's a privilege and an honor for us to host this evening's scintillating series of events for the Committee of 100's 16th Annual Conference and Gala. It's been a mix of fascinating people from the world of politics, finance, and art. People including Mayor Bloomberg, Henry Kravis, Hong Kong Secretary of Financial Services and the Treasury, Frederick Ma, and of course, Committee of 100 member Maya Lin. In other panels, the focus is on the environment and energy issues, which will have significant developments in China, which will also present challenges and opportunities. Tomorrow we'll be having a lively segment devoted to new media developments in China and among Chinese Americans. Our lunchtime speaker tomorrow will be YouTube co-founder Stephen Chen, who will be interviewed by ABC journalist Lynn Sher. And Lynn and Stephen are in the audience tonight, so no burning of the midnight oil. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Now, the gala tonight is a culmination of several days of compelling discussion and a celebration of all the promise and possibilities in the convergence of mutual interests of the Chinese American community and the greater citizens of China.
You know, this is really one of the more fascinating times to be Chinese American, as China gains ever more prominence both economically and culturally. And over the years, the Committee of 100 has strengthened its presence to promote constructive relations between the United States and Greater China. In 1989, I.M. Pei, along with other founders Yo-Yo Ma and Oscar Tang, conceived of this group so they could bring the most united and constructive voice towards a rapidly developing China and its relations with the United States. At the same time, the Committee of 100 also seeks to promote and celebrate the full accomplishments of Chinese Americans in all fields. You know, today many Americans want to learn about China, do business there, and teach their children Chinese. And in return, the Chinese are learning from business and management practices of the West, developing and advancing in the areas of the arts, design, film, fashion, science, business. And it's this increased blurring and crossing over of these two worlds and countries that makes it so fascinating to be where we are today. We are proud and fortunate to be part of such a proactive, concerned, and accomplished group who are on the forefront of this exciting convergence. But before we go any further, we want to take a moment to thank some of the individuals and companies who, without their support, we wouldn't be here. Our sponsors. Thank you for ensuring that the committee continues to be a vibrant and growing organization and that our conference could take place this year. Our conference sponsor is Morgan Stanley.
And our lead chair sponsors are David and Karen Boris, Gina Lynn Shu and David Shu, Anla Cheng and Mark Kindon, Walter and Shirley Wang of JM Manufacturing, Bernard and Lavinia Joei of Cathay Financial Incorporated. And Lulu C. Wang and Anthony W. Wang, Jerry Yang and Akiko Yamazaki of Yahoo.
The vice chairs, American International Group Incorporated, and for the MoMA reception host, Mercedes-Benz USA LLC.
And our luncheon hosts were Citi, China Services, Deloitte & Touche, USA LLP, and panel hosts, Walmart Stores Incorporated and the Anna and John C. Foundation.
And many wonderful benefactors. You all showed a lot of restraint in not applauding thus far. Let's applaud them all now.
Well, we'd now like to introduce someone who is truly exceptional. The first Chinese American to attain general officer status in the U.S. Army. He is a retired Judge Advocate General, and yes, he is a real live JAG, and he doesn't just play one on television. He is the chairman of the Committee of 100. Please welcome General John Fugh.
Good evening. Welcome to our gala tonight. I'm the token military in this august group of Chinese Americans. Some mention has been made about the genesis of the Committee 100, and I'd like to embellish on that a little bit. Last month, some of my colleagues and I went to visit I.M. Pei in his office. First of all, he regrets he couldn't be here tonight. But we asked him, how did the Committee 100 started? Well, it turned out, as you know, was founded right after Tiananmen incident. And I.M. happened to be in China at that time, that fateful day, June 4th, 1989. Upon his return to the States, he was inundated with phone calls from friends and colleagues. Some expressed outrage about what happened there. Others expressed deep concerns about the impact on U.S.-China relations. As a result, he decided to form the Committee 100. And I'd like to mention some of the original members are here today. I think Oscar is here, Oscar Tang. Shirley Yang, Henry Tang, and K.L. Wang. You saw the video, and I don't need to go into what our mission and purpose are. But I just want to tell you that wonderful video was made by one of our members. Jenny, will you please stand up and show what you have wonderful tape you did for us? Well, we heard throughout the conference by various distinguished speakers about the need to have constructive engagement with China. And that's what we hope to do. We have a dual mission. We've kind of looked upon ourselves as a bridge to fill the gap between Chinese Americans and the rest of Americans, and also to fill the gap between U.S. and the greater China, and that's mainland China, Taiwan, as well as Hong Kong. So we are working very hard on the latter mission because of the challenges that are facing us in the bilateral relations. I'm supposed to recognize some of the distinguished guests tonight. I can't see him. I hope he's here. Congressman David Wu, are you here? He's supposed to be here anyway. He's the only Chinese American who is in the U.S. Congress. And then there's also Secretary from, for financial services from Hong Kong. Is he here? Oh, good. Thank you. And the last person I'll recognize, and I'll sit down, is Dr. and Mrs. Bollinger, the president of Columbia University. Welcome and enjoy yourself. Thank you.